you guys, anybody union here? Can we talk about unions?
Yeah, I'm union.
So what's the advantage and disadvantage of being in a union, especially in a market like this?
There are both. You get paid. You get paid, well, so not to say that non-union talent doesn't get paid. You get paid at a different rate. You sometimes get a preference to audition times, but a disadvantage to it can be, and the union I think is also cognizant of it, that in a market like Columbus or Central Iowa or any of the surrounding cities, there's just not a lot of truly working actors. It's not the same environment as a Chicago or a New York or an LA or even in Austin, Texas, or New Orleans is huge.
Right.
So they're cognizant of it, and there are ways to work non-union jobs as a union actor. It depends a lot on the contracts. And I think they're more and more understanding of it than they were previously. Yep. And also for independent projects. And I think this is the other thing for filmmakers. Don't be afraid to look at the independent contracts for working with SAG-AFTRA actors, because they're out there. It doesn't, sometimes it's a deferred payment contract, and I've done several projects that were like that. So, but the advantages are that I think when you get into larger markets, when someone sees that you're a SAG-AFTRA actor, they know that you've had a certain amount of experience, that you've had to do a certain kind of level of projects, and that makes a difference.
Okay. Any other insights?
Well, I think there's a disadvantage to becoming a union actor before you're really ready, because then you're competing with other union actors, and that can kind of leave you out of the loop, and maybe you just need a little more experience, and as a non-union actor you would be in there competing with non-union people and getting more work. I'm non-union, and I still get to audition for union work in this market. I don't have the priority as a union person would, but I'll still get called in to audition, so I don't think not being a union member hurts me in that regard. Okay. But and then too, I also will negotiate for pay on an independent project too. And I mean, sometimes it might just be help me put together a reel, and or it might not be actual money, but some kind of back and forth. But I think the thing I've seen is I've seen people get SAG cards too soon, maybe, and then they're complaining because they can't get any union work, and there's not a lot of union jobs out there. So, and it's a lot of paperwork. So if someone is a union actor and you want to put them in a non-union film, you can do the paperwork, but the person better be worth it for that. So I think that can hurt. But yeah, right. I'm not avoiding joining the union, but
right. No, I understand.
I'm pushing it.
There's always this kind of, you got to weigh when's the time to do that.
And it's an investment. I mean, it's not inexpensive either.
Yeah.
I'm exactly in the same boat as Christina. I've almost every project I've done in the last couple of years has been they've gotten the SAG union indie contract things, and I've not tried to Taft-Hartley in on anything. I've kept pushing that off because I'm not ready to do it, and I'm not against it, but like John said, there's an investment that has to be made. There's, what is it, $1,200 now for your initial payment to join?
I thought it was more than that.
More than that?
Yeah. I think it's more.
There's certain things that you have to invest in that. Is it 2,000? 3,000.
But can you do that over time? Is that one of these things you can do it quarterly or bi-yearly or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the job that has that as the paycheck, and then I'll join.
No, I mean, working as a cinematographer in Los Angeles, I was, starting to get into the budgets, and it was like, do I go union or not?
Sure.
And I realized I was not at that point where if I go on union, it's going to cost me work. So I just couldn't afford to make that jump. So
there's also parts of the union that really do protect the actors. So you can you can be on a project, and let's say it's a commercial thing, and they could say, okay, well, this is going to be for broadcast, but then they, 2 months later, change their mind, and then they throw it out on the web, or they cut out what you've done and they put it into a radio spot. And the union helps to protect you, to make sure that as an actor that you're, compensated for that duly,
right,
as you should be. But yeah.